In the world of locks and keys, there's a lot of locks and there's a lot of keys, a lot of manufacturers, and well, everything in between. And so we get a lot of questions and we want to give some answers. So we have this question that came in. These are actually real questions. Let's hear the question and let's talk about it.
I'm looking for some help ordering a kit that I can rekey some padlocks with. I'm not sure exactly what style I need, but can provide photos of my locks and keys. I'd like to be able to do security pins and maybe anti-drill pins for added security. I have 3 lock brands I'm working with: Padlock, Schlage, and Trimax. All seem to use the same key, so I'm hoping to rekey them all to the same Padlock key. That being said, which rekeying kit do I need?
All right, well, hey, first of all, great question, and thank you for providing the photo. So by just looking at the photo right off the bat, that head shape is really popular. It's actually the head shape of like an AM3 or an AM7 key blank, which is for American Master, right? So for me, looking at the head of the key and the shape, and then with you talking about padlocks, it really, puts me in the right direction here of what you're looking for. Is going to be an American padlock and a master padlock rekeying kit. Now, as far as the added security goes, the good news is that master padlock and American padlock pins already come high security. They're going to be serrated and they're going to be the high security type pins that you're looking for. Now, if you notice, I keep saying American padlock and master padlock, and I'm referring to both of them. And by the way, the brands that you brought up aren't even any of those, right? And so let's talk about that for a minute. So first of all, American padlock and master padlocks actually use the same pins. For example, one might be a 4-bottom pin, the other's a 5-bottom pin, but they use the same pins. And so that's why when you see the listings for the padlock pinning kits, they're usually bringing up both because they share the pins, right? Now, next, when you bring up the brands Padlock and Trimax, which by the way, I've heard of Padlock, I'm familiar with them, never heard of the Trimax before, but by doing a quick Google search, I was like, okay, yeah, this is, they sell padlocks and such. Now, the only interesting one in there is Schlage. Now, is it possible maybe you have a Schlage lock padlock that also, has an American key blank in it? I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, I don't remember ever seeing one of those. So the only caveat in your question for me might be the Trimax and the Padlock are going to use just your standard American Master pinning kit. When it comes to the Schlage, on the other hand, that might be a separate pinning kit, which you would just use your normal Schlage or universal type pins, right? So as a quick clarification, like the Schlage pins and all that, the diameter of those pins is a 0.115 and the diameter of the American Master pins is a 0.093, right? So they're smaller, of course. But since you say that they all seem to use the same key, I mean, maybe it does, right? So, but that's really the best answer I can give you based on the question and the image, which is really cool. So I hope that really points you in the right direction. At the end of the day, you're really going to need an American padlock, master padlock pinning kit. There's a few different options. We sell a pretty inexpensive one and a more expensive. And hopefully the Schlage uses the same key. I'm guessing, from your question, it does. But of course, for all of you watching who has any input into this, please, in the comments below, add your thoughts and opinions. I'm sure they'll be super helpful. I look forward to reading that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the question, and we'll see you next time. Hey, before you go, I want to make sure that you know to include the hashtag Lockboss when you comment on our videos, and you automatically get hooked up to win free stuff that we give away each and every week. Tune in live here on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and find out who the lucky winners are. I'm rooting for you. We'll see ya.